Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Q here again, Paleo Problem on Long Island, and MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question deals with how to beat insomnia. This question comes from a friend of mine who's had insomnia. Now, a lot of normal things that help get rid of it have been unsuccessful. So she's tried all the herbs, she's tried the valerian root and skullcap, she's tried melatonin, 5-HTP. None of it is working. So what is at the root cause though, okay? Because even herbs, even though they'll help regulate the response, they aren't necessarily going to address the root cause, okay? So where does insomnia generally come from? And the answer, of course, as usual, is right in the gut. So when you're experiencing insomnia, a lot of times it has to do with dysbiosis of the gut. Your bacteria are out of line, as well as increased intestinal permeability. You have leaky gut. I know it's crazy. I always talk about this concept over and over and over again because it really is that important. There are a number of reasons why the gut-brain axis are so tightly interrelated. The problem is sleep is inherently related to your stress, okay, through the HPA axis. I've mentioned that before. What that is your hypothalamus, pituitary, and your adrenals. Okay, your adrenals are sitting right above your kidneys. They produce your stress hormones like cortisol. They produce adrenaline, which is epinephrine and norepinephrine. They produce those. Those are part of your stress response. They are activated by the hypothalamus, which then activates the pituitary, which then activates the adrenals, okay? So when you have a stress response, that whole axis goes and there's a cascade of hormones and neurotransmitters. And that's a major reason why that dysbiosis and that intestinal permeability causes those issues. There are a number of ways that it does so, but the primary ways are by initiating an inflammatory response, which affects the central nervous system, affects the brain, initiating the release of neurotransmitters, and by reworking the actual neuronal or electrical circuitry of your body. So it changes the way that the information is passed along, as well as inducing inflammation in the brain. It's linked to a number of issues: anxiety and depression, which are both inexorably linked to insomnia. Those three all go together quite often. It's also linked to neurodegenerative diseases like ALS and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and just general dementia. It's also linked to mood disturbances. We said depression, but just general emotional imbalance. It's linked to memory loss. It's linked to pain like fibromyalgia. It has so many important roles that the gut and the brain, they're inseparable. Your gut actually produces more serotonin than your brain does. The bacteria in there. So it's super important that you deal with your gut if you want to deal with your brain. So if we're talking about those sleep disturbances like insomnia, okay, you want to heal the gut. You want to make sure you're not eating foods that are going to tear holes in the lining. You want to make sure you're getting in that quality probiotic and eating fermented foods. That way you can help modulate that response that your bacteria are actually doing what they're designed to do. You're going to want to eat that bone broth and that gelatin to help prepare the intestinal lining. Depending on what other things you have going on though, if we're talking specifically about insomnia, what you're going to want to do is look at different herbs and micronutrients that will help deal with relaxation and management of the stress response. So micronutrients like magnesium are excellent, 5-HTP, melatonin on the more extreme end are great. Different herbs like kava, valerian root, skullcap is a decent one. Those will all help with sleep itself specifically. But if you're looking to help manage that stress response itself, again, you gotta go with those adaptogenic herbs. The ashwagandha, ginseng, eleuthera, which is Siberian ginseng. You're gonna wanna look at those types of herbs to help with controlling the stress response, okay? You're also gonna wanna look at stress management techniques. You're gonna wanna look at keeping a dark room, all electronics off in the room when you're going to bed, getting back onto a circadian rhythm cycle. So going to sleep early and waking up early with the sun. So if you focus on managing that stress and getting in lifestyle factors, particularly these sleep cycle factors, and then supplement as needed, you'll see a lot of benefit. Then focus on the gut. All health begins in the gut. Hippocrates said this 2,500 years ago. It's only now starting to be appreciated the level of truth there was in that. Our guts are the basis of health. Alright guys, so hopefully you like this video. You know what to do. Like and subscribe down below. Make sure you share it with your friends. And of course you can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at Mike the Caveman. Over on Facebook on Paleo Problem on Long Island. And as always over on MikeTheCaveman.com. That being said, guys, enjoy this beautiful day. This is why I love the summer days. So take care, guys.